Zen Buddhism, the art of flow. The philosophy of Zen is a celebration of the beauty, symmetry, and elegance of natural forms and the practice of seeing more directly with the beginner's mind. One of the most famous modern practitioners of Zen Buddhism was Apple founder Steve Jobs. On his regular trips to Tokyo in the 1980s to source computer parts, he discovered the walled gardens of Japan's Zen monasteries, and there he developed a lifelong practice of Zen meditation. His favorite book was actually Zen master Shunryu Suzuki, legendary text Zen Mind, Beginner's Mind, and a copy of the book in a black box was given to everyone who attended his funeral. In Zen Buddhism, there's the concept of Mushin, which translates as no mind or empty hand. Mushin is a highly conscious state where the mind is not preoccupied with any thought or emotion. The mind becomes empty in the sense that it is unbiased, free, and adaptable. A good example of someone who embodied Mushin was Kung Fu legend Bruce Lee. His philosophy of life and disciplined practice of ancient martial arts embodies the essence of Mushin. Another particularly articulate and entertaining philosopher of Zen Buddhism, Taoism, and Eastern philosophy was the scholar and self-proclaimed spiritual entertainer Alan Watts. He speaks of life as flow and a dance of pattern. He talks often hilariously challenge the fixed-mindedness and poor adaptability of people who are stuck in the rut of dogmatic thinking and self-righteousness. Here are some Alan Watts quotes about harmonizing yourself with the flow of life and giving more in harmony with nature. This is the real secret of life, to be completely engaged with what you're doing in the here and now. And instead of calling it work, realize it's play. To have faith is to trust yourself to the water. When you swim, you don't grab hold of the water because if you do, you'll sink and drown. Instead, you relax and float. Muddy water is best cleared by leaving it alone. The more a thing tends to be permanent, the more it tends to be lifeless. A man does not really begin to be alive until he has lost himself, until he has released the anxious grasp which he normally holds upon his life, his property, his reputation, and position. We're living in a culture entirely hypnotized by the illusion of time, in which the so-called present moment is felt as nothing but an infinitesimal hairline between an all-powerfully causative past and an absorbingly important future. We have no present. Our consciousness is almost completely preoccupied with memory and expectation. We don't realize that there never was, is, nor will be any other experience than present experience. We are, therefore, out of touch with reality. We confuse the world as talked about, described, and measured with the world which actually is. We're sick with a fascination for the useful tools of names and numbers, of symbols, signs, conceptions, and ideas. Here, he goes even deeper into how anxiety and clinging to certainty creates the resistance that blocks the experience of flow.